Okay, welcome back to another video, another girl talk, another pep talk, another whatever talk you want this to be, a real talk. Baby, you need to be a better steward of your time. You gotta be a better steward. You have to be a better steward of your time. Just like they say you gotta be a better steward of your money, you as well have to be a better steward of your time. Because one thing we cannot get back, we can always get our money back, but we cannot get time back. Time is a very precious gift. And I believe God has gifted us with a set time for us to be on this earth to do the things that He has called us to do. And so if you are spending your time, like you're spending money, you're spending your time on things that are useless or not productive or conducive to your future or the things that you see yourself doing or the things that God has called you to do, girl, you can't be mad at anybody else but yourself. You really cannot be mad at anybody but yourself. Like, the way you spend your time now has a direct correlation of what the next year, the next 5, the next 10 years look like for you. So if you're constantly scrolling, you're constantly smoking, constantly wasting time doing whatever nonsense that doesn't make sense, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself when you wake up a year from now and your life still looks the same, or it looks worse, or you still scrolling, you still smoking, you still sexing, you still shopping, spending money, doing things that you know that isn't gonna help you. You still laying in bed doing nothing. You still hang around with the same people. You still talk about the same thing. You still doing the same old thing. It's kind of like Groundhog Day. You just living the same life every day over and over again, instead of really being diligent of the time that God has given you. God has given us a gift with time. I can personally speak for myself as far as like feeling like I've wasted time. Baby, I feel like I look back on my life like 10 years ago and I'm thinking about all the things that I was doing, thinking about all the things that I was worried about, thinking about the things that I wasted my time and my money on, thinking about the things that I was just unnecessarily stressed about, worried about, which delayed me, slowed me down, kept me back from doing what I needed to do. Then I look back, then I'm here. I'm where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So with all that looking back, now I'm here. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're talking about. So you really have to be a better steward of your time. You know you have all of these things you need to do. Okay, manage your time well. If you know that you have to do X, Y, and Z, but you still got to handle A, B, and C, you got to figure out, okay, during the morning time, I know I can knock out A and Z. But in the evening time, it works best if I can do X and Y. So in the middle, I got to find a way to plug in the other letters. I can't remember the other letters that I said. But you got to really figure out how to time block your time. So I like to use like my calendar, a planner. I use Google Calendar sometimes. I love writing things in my notes though. Being able to see a list of all the things I know I need to do and then put a time to the things that are like priority. Because baby, I have a list of like 25 things. Pull out at least 3 to 5 things that you know. Just gauge your capacity. For me, I know I could at least complete 3 to 5 things a day to make me feel like I successfully succeeded in something, or I completed things that I had on my list. For you, it may be 1 or 2. For some, you could probably knock out 5 to 10. You know yourself well enough. I don't know you. You know you. I know me. I know 3 to 5 things. As long as I can complete those 3 to 5 things, I had a good day. So with completing those things, it also makes you feel more confident about yourself. It gives you more energy, more motivation, more confidence to do the things that you need to do more and more. It's kind of like when you say that you're going to complete all of these reps at the gym. Say you wanted to do 2 sets of 10 of this particular exercise. And you're pushing through because it's heavy, it's hard, but you did it. It just makes you feel good. But have you ever like, okay, I'm going to complete these 2 sets of 10. And then you literally on the last set. You're on the last set. And you have like 2 more reps to go, but you give up. Even though it was just 2 more reps, it doesn't really seem like a big deal. It didn't really feel like you accomplished what you set yourself out to do. So yes, you might have had a decent workout, but you personally don't feel like it was that good because you didn't fully see it all the way through. So that's what it is that you need to do with your to-do list. Set 2 to 3, or set whatever your capacity is. Set whatever your capacity is of how many things you need to do, and do those things, complete them, see it all the way through, and I promise you, you'll get this like confidence, this energy, like, wow, I did that. Okay, let me see what more I can accomplish in my days today, or what can I, be excited to look forward to tomorrow when I set my agenda for what I need to do. It's so important to steward your time well, because baby, and I'm gonna keep saying this, like a lot of the things that I say in my previous girl talks, pep talks, whatever talks you want to call these things, is gonna be very much similar, because essentially everything is kind of the same. It's all connected, but you have to steward your time well, because you don't know the day or the hour. I've said this in a previous girl talk, I'm saying it again. You don't know the day or the hour. You don't know when it's your last breath. You don't know when it's your last day, right? And God forbid you're telling yourself, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow doesn't come because that day was your last day. Or what if you're on your deathbed, or what if you done got a sickness or illness and now you can't really do what you need to do, and you're looking back on all of this time that you had to be able to do what it is that you know you were supposed to do, but you wasted it lollygagging, or in some stupid relationship that wasn't for you, or scrolling on social media comparing yourself to other people, or just soaking in your depression and being down about your life and not really getting up and trying to do something. Like, you wasting precious, beautiful time to really do something about your situation. Like, you playing nobody but yourself. You playing nobody but yourself, and you playing with God. Like, there's so much you can do. There's so many things. People complain, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. Baby, yes, it can really feel like that. I get it. I get it. Look, from busy person to busy person, I get it. It can feel like there's not enough time, especially if you work a full-time job, especially if you're a parent. Maybe I salute the parents. I'm not a parent, but I salute y'all, because I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all work a full-time job, raise kids, and still try to adult and take care of responsibilities while still trying to pursue something outside of your 9 to 5, like a hobby or a career or a passion project. I don't know how y'all do it. I salute y'all. So for us that ain't got no kids or no heavy, strong responsibility like kids, you really have no excuse. And I'm talking to me. Okay, I am talking to myself, because baby, I sit here and complain like it's not enough time in the day. I ain't got, that's too many things. Yes, it's a lot of things, but no, you can't sit here and say there's not enough time. There is enough time. There's enough time. God obviously gave us this time because He saw it was fit. He saw it was fit. If it wasn't fit, He would have given us more time. So the thing is, maybe you either have too much on your plate that you got to break down into more manageable, achievable goals and tasks, or you really just like being careless with your time. It's one or the other. It's either you got too much on your plate, or you have too much time that you don't know what to do with it. So you got to really figure out where you land. Is it that you have too many things, or you got to figure out, okay, maybe I can put this to the side and really hone in on this, or I got to break down all the things I have to do into more manageable, achievable goals? Or do I have way too much time, which I've also been in this place too, that I don't know what to do with it? I'm just kind of like, ooh, it's all this time. I'm just kind of like overwhelmed with how much time I have that I can't even focus. I can't tune in. And so really figure yourself out and figure it out. Okay, what is it that I need to do? What are the things that I'm trying to accomplish? What is it that I'm trying to see for my future? What is the vision? What is the goal at the end of the day? Maybe you don't have a vision that you see. Maybe you don't have this be all end all like goal that you're trying to accomplish. Maybe you're just trying to get through the day, right? Maybe you're just trying to get through the things that you need to get through so you can get to the next thing. I don't know what it is for you, but I know this applies to somebody somewhere in the world, because I know it applies to me. I know for me, I have a vision to see myself doing X, Y, and Z, being at this place, doing this thing at this point in time in my life. But that does not come until I do the work today. That place that I see myself, that house I'm living, that car I'm driving, the way I'm moving and shaking and jiving in the world, won't come unless I am stewarding my time well and doing the things that I know I'm called to do now, right now, in the day, in the now, right now, in the now. It starts with recognizing that I am passionate about these three things, right? I like to do girl talks with YouTube. I love creating any kind of form of art, whether it's writing poetry, freestyles, or doing something with acting, dance. And then I also, you know, work a full-time job and serve girls in the juvenile system while also simultaneously trying to turn that into a business. And so those are three things. I'm trying to start a business, I'm trying to do my music and my artistry, and I'm also trying to show up on YouTube doing my girl talks. That's a lot of things, okay? On top of all the other things I have to do as a young adult woman. And so I have to, okay, what are the overall vision? Obviously are those three things that I just mentioned, but what are the everyday things that I need to do in order to get to the main vision? So I have to break it down. Okay, obviously I don't become superstar overnight. It takes time. So I have to break it down. So if I'm trying to work on a song, I just focus on writing one verse for that day, or I focus on writing a couple bars for that day and make it like something I break down into the week. Try to write a freestyle each week or something. Then, so I give myself like an hour. Say it's Sunday, right? And I'm trying to work on these three things. Okay, I want to work on a freestyle. I spend 1 hour on it. Even if I don't finish, let me just focus an hour on doing that freestyle. Then the next hour, I focus 1 hour on recording and making content for Girl Talk and my YouTube. 1 hour. Or I tell myself I have to at least record 2 or 3 videos, and then I've accomplished the goal for my YouTube Girl Talk portion of my gifts and talents. Boom, that's done. Then after that, let's spend 1 hour working on my business plan for doing therapy with the girls. So I tell myself these are the things I want to accomplish, or this is how much time I'm going to spend on a thing. And that's how I manage my time. And I show up to that every single day, or however that looks like. And I feel like I'm just kind of like sharing my own personal way of doing things. Obviously you got to come to your own resolve for yourself, like whatever that looks like. Maybe it's not an hour you spend on the thing, maybe you spend a couple hours on the thing, or maybe a few minutes on the thing. Or maybe for you it's okay, as long as I accomplish, you know, completing these 3 tasks, no matter how long it takes, I've done it. Either way, you got to be mindful of the time that you've been given, because baby, time is such a precious thing. And as I get older, I start to realize how important time really is. Like time, that is one thing you can't get back. You can get some money back, you can get a nigga back, you can get you can get so many things back, but you can't get time back. Time, that is one thing that once it's here and it's gone, can't go back. But one thing I do know is that you can always press forward. You can always show up again. You can always try again. You can always keep showing up. Be a better steward of your time. You have to be, because as you're getting older, there's going to be so many more things that get on your plate, and slowly but surely you will start to see that you're giving more of your time to all of these responsibilities and these things that you have to do and take care of and be, you know, more accountable to. And slowly start to see the things that you want to do just have to fall off the plate, because you have to attend to all these things. But what I don't want is that you wake up 10, 20 years later and you're like, damn, I spent my whole life spending my time for everybody else, for everything else, for everyone in their needs. But I neglected my own needs. I neglected my own dreams. I neglected the things that I wanted to do for myself, or the things that God has called me to do. Time will just literally come and go, and you 50. You're 50 years old, trying to figure out like, how did I end up here? I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for none of us. And I'm waking up to that realization for myself. I'm waking up to that realization for myself, where I'm like, damn, what did I do the last 10, 20 years of my life? And I don't want it to become this whole like, what did I do in my life? Negating all the dope things that you were able to do with the time that you were given, you know. But sometimes we don't wake up to it until we wake up to it. Like, oh, wait a minute. Like, time is really a gift. Like, I know a lot of people sit here and be like, oh, you're young. You got enough time. Baby, some people dying at 20. So really make it make sense for me. What you mean you got enough time? We don't have enough time. So get it right. Or you can get left. Whichever one you want. Get it right or you can get left. Pick one. As for me, I'm going to try to get it right. And I'm going to use my time wisely. I'm going to be a better steward of my time. Because there's so many things I need to do and I want to accomplish before I see my deathbed. Ain't no way I'm finna meet God and he asked me what did I do with my time and I tell him I was scrolling on fucking social media. Ain't no way I'm finna be at my deathbed reflecting over my life and I have regrets because I look at all this time I wasted that I could have used utilizing my gift, pouring into people, expressing myself. But I was too insecure, I was too scared, I was too worried, so I wasted time. I let my insecurity hold me back. I let my fear of what other people will think hold me back. I let my procrastination telling myself that, oh, you know, I could do it tomorrow. I have enough time. And then boom, like a vapor, your life is gone like that. That's on the Bible. Our life is like nothing like but chaff in the wind. Baby, it's here today and it's gone tomorrow. It don't feel like it in a moment that it goes by fast. But first of all, if it's, I don't know, let me know if it's just me. But I swear COVID did a number on us. COVID did a nasty number on us where I feel like the last 4 or 5 years went by so damn fast. It doesn't even make sense. Like, you telling me COVID was 4 years ago? Even over 4 years ago, because we're in October now. Of 2024. COVID happened March 2020. You told me that happened almost 4.5 years ago? Oh, nah. That's almost 5 years ago. What did you do in the last 4.5 years of your time? I get it. People were going through a lot. We had people dying. We had people sick. We had people trying to figure out their new normal. We had so many different things happening in that time. So yes, there's that grace period. There's that understanding. Up until this very moment, yes, there's still that grace and there's that understanding. So I'm not here to shame nobody. I'm speaking to myself. I'm not trying to come at nobody. I'm speaking to myself, and I'm using my own speaking to myself to speak to somebody else. What did you do at that time? This is not to shame you. This is not to make nobody feel bad. This is just to get you to wake up and realize, like, time is going, okay? And that time we can't get back. And I know it's somebody on here that has dreams and aspirations and goals and ambitions and things they want to do. But you letting this damn phone or your damn vices hold you back and stop you from doing what it is you need to do, distract you from what it is that you need to do, take you of your time. That's exactly what the enemy is trying to do. So figure it out today. What it is that you are called to do, what it is that you know you want to do, and what you're supposed to be stewarding over, and how you're going to steward that time doing those things that God has called you to do. Figure it out soon. Sooner than later. Sooner than later, baby. You don't know your last day. And I'm speaking with conviction because I'm speaking to myself. I need this. I need this. So if I need it, I know it's somebody out there that need it too. So let this be a word of encouragement. And yeah, that's all I got. Steward your time well, mamas. Steward your time well. Really be mindful and intentional how you use your time. Invest in your time wisely, because then there will be a great return of whatever you invest your time in. It doesn't matter what it is, good or bad, there will be a return of whatever it is that you invest in. If you invest in scrolling all day, smoking, drinking all day, clubbing, doing all kinds of time wasting things, you will reap what you sow. You will get a return on that investment. Whether it's regret, whether it's disbelief that you're even at this place at this point in your life, whether it's still being in the same place feeling stuck and stagnant, depression, you know what I'm saying, whether it's more of the same. At one point it was just 1 hour you were scrolling, now you're scrolling 3, 4, 5 hours a day. You used to just smoke once a day, now you're smoking all day every day. You'll get a return on that investment. But if you're mindful of the way you spend your time in this season of your life, and you use that time wisely, use that time with intention, doing things you know you called to do, you will see a return on that investment. 100%. So I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna keep going and won't stop till I stop my own self. So I hope this was helpful and inspirational, and it wakes you up, mama, because we ain't got the time. We ain't got time. Get up. Let's do what your time will.